Good evening, I'm Grace Beyer. Welcome to CBJ News. On the show tonight, ahead of a busy summer season, East Midlands Airport is spending millions of pounds on a new facelift. Shop owners in Newark and Southall are suffering from a bizarre spate of burglaries over Pokemon cards. And the Knife Angel, a sculpture made from 100,000 confiscated knives, has just arrived in Newark Market Square. With summer holidays fast approaching, East Midlands Airport is unveiling a £120 million makeover. From revamped arrivals to upgrades and departures, the airport says the changes will make traveling smoother and faster. Amelia Dawson reports.
Following customer feedback, East Midlands Airport is working to improve the journey through the terminal for travellers. These changes build on upgrades delivered since the investment programme launched in 2023, including a new security hall, refurbished lounges, updated retail and food outlets, and changes to drop-off and parking systems. The latest addition is Terracotta. The redesigned space aims to ease congestion in what was previously one of the busiest parts of the terminal. Passengers are now beginning to experience these changes firsthand, but think that more crucial things need attention.
It's very easy, it's clean, it's well managed, I think. Parking's nice and easy. The pay to drop off grips me. It's a really bad thing, I think. You know, it's part of travelling now, but don't like it at all.
One of the biggest improvements has been to the security hall. The new lanes use advanced body and baggage scanners, meaning passengers can leave liquids and electronics in their bags and move through more quickly. In the last year, East Midlands Airport said 99.67% of travellers cleared security in 15 minutes or less, and the new equipment allows an extra 125 people per hour to pass through. I went to see how this is working in practice.
At the moment, we're getting the queue time predicted is 15 minutes. We'll get through the passengers through that way quicker anyway before we got this new gen. So now we're less than 10 minutes if that, and you know it's a loads faster for everybody. Even when we're really, really busy, we're speeding it up.
East Midlands Airport is undergoing a major transformation, from upgraded security to new food and retail spaces. But alongside rising flight prices, ongoing cancellations across the industry, and continued frustration over drop-off fees, these improvements will now be tested against the realities of travelling this summer. Amelia Dawson, CBJ News.
Business owners in Newark and Southall say they are devastated after thieves have targeted shops selling high-value Pokemon cards. Nottinghamshire police are currently investigating the incidents. Ollie Hayes has more.
Trading card shops are growing in popularity across the UK. According to The Times, the Pokemon franchise, featuring more than 1,000 fictional characters, is now the highest grossing media franchise in the world. But in Nottinghamshire, cards worth thousands of pounds are being targeted in a string of burglaries. Police say they are working to identify those responsible, as business owners deal with not only the stolen stock, but the cost of the damage left behind.
Jarred the door, which then has caused £5,000 worth of damage, which means I can't open. So they came in, obviously looking for Pokemon cards, which weren't here. They obviously went upstairs, broke a couple of things, and then they took some records on the way out. And that's just been devastating.
Just up the road in Newark, one restaurant owner who also sells these cards described how his premises were also broken into and the impact it's had on his business.
Tracking back to the CCTV, some masked people just breaking over the night and then got half of the Pokemon cards. As you can see, the door itself is broken and it can be fixed shortly. Image-wise, it's a problem.
Nottinghamshire police say investigations are ongoing and are urging anyone with any information to come forward. But for now, some shop owners say they've been forced to stop selling high-value cards altogether, fearing they could be targeted once again. Ollie Hayes, CBJ News.
3,000 new homes are planned on Wyburn Farm in Hucknall. The developers want to start building on the green belt this year, but local people say they aren't happy about it. CBJ's Florence Mitchell has the details.
For more than 200 years, Wyburn Farm in Hucknall has avoided any sort of developments and has stayed as a green belt space. However, Blore and Peveril Homes could change that soon, as they are planning on building over 3,000 homes here. Local people are against this, and they have taken part in peaceful protests, signed petitions, and created protest groups on social media. People that once moved to Hucknall for its countryside are worried about how that might change.
I just don't think this should happen. I think there's other options available. And once these greenfield areas have gone, that's it, they're gone forever. You can't take the houses down and replant trees and make them back into fields, that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Hucknall has 5 active new build home sites set to open this year, which will create hundreds of properties in the town. The demand to build these homes comes from the government's goal to build 1.5 million homes in England by 2029 to tackle the housing crisis and boost economic growth. Trying to achieve this, local councillors must consider plans for new builds as well as local people's frustrations.
There's a lot into it. Planning is a very difficult emotive subject. Not everybody wants a new build near them. We fully understand that. And there's rules about us having to build properties to under government legislation. We have to put so many properties in place wherever. So we work very hard to make sure that they're in sustainable locations, that there's a bus route and travel for people to make it easily accessible for people with vulnerable, with children, older people, so that they can access everything and feel part of the village next door.
While new builds will continue to rise this year across Hucknall, protecting Wyburn Farm from these developments remains a big concern for local people. Florence Mitchell, CBJ News.
Local people in the Wilford Lane area are raising serious concerns about illegal parking and a lack of enforcement. A petition has now been launched calling for Nottinghamshire County Council to improve road safety. Ollie Hayes joins me now. Ollie, what exactly is the issue here?
Well, people in the Wilford Lane area are complaining about illegal parking issues all around the residential areas, and this includes people parking on double yellows, for example, or also parking across driveways, or even double parking across streets. And people across the area are having to walk off the pavement to avoid cars being parked on the pavement. They're having to walk in the middle of the road, which is very dangerous.
And Ollie, who has been affected most by this?
Well, I spoke to Councillor Harry Om, who's the driving force behind this petition, and he said that groups such as disabled people, parents with children and pushchairs, and also people with accessibility issues have been the most affected by these problems.
A lot of vulnerable people who are on the wheelchair, parents going with the pushchairs, and elderly people, those who are walking on the pavement. They are having the most trouble actually, because when the cars are parked on the pavement, they have to go onto the road, and that is the main concern.
And finally, what has been the response so far?
Well, the petition that was launched last week by Councillor Harry Om has already received 100 signatures in support, with people from local areas supporting it and signing the petition. But also, it's led to people calling for the Nottinghamshire County Council to increase enforcement of parking issues around the area before an accident happens.
Thanks, Ollie. A sculpture made from 100,000 confiscated knives is being presented in Newark. This comes after more than 1,000 reports of violent and sexual crimes in the last year. Tyler Kay went to the Market Square to find out more.
The Knife Angel has been constructed by the British Ironworks and has been touring the UK for the last 7 years. It is now being presented in Newark for the next month as a message of anti-violence.
We've got a strong campaign tackling antisocial behaviour, and this is part of that. It's saying to people of Newark and Sherwood that they shouldn't carry knives.
There have been more than 1,100 reports of sexual and violent crimes in Newark in the last 12 months, with this statue being seen as a symbol to make a change within the community.
With all these fighting scenes and everything like that, if they can carry knives, we can carry knives, and I think it's all wrong.
I think obviously what it represents in terms of knife crime and the issues that we have in this country is obviously very important to display to the general public.
It just needs to stop. We're getting too much people carrying knives all the time, and it just needs to stop.
Over the next 5 weeks, dedicated stalls, events and talks will take place around the installation, as event organisers are highlighting the consequences of violent crime.
In Nottinghamshire in particular, there is a knife crime problem, so it's amazing for us to be able to bring the Knife Angel to Newark to raise awareness of knife crime and violent crime to all of our public.
Tonight, the statue will be illuminated for the public to see, signifying the message of anti-violence echoed by the council and the event organisers. Tyler Kay, CBJ News.
A medieval passage in Nottingham is reopening after almost a century-long closure. The long stairs, located off High Pavement in Lace Market, will finally be open to the public again after undergoing a full restoration thanks to volunteers. Sid O'Connell has more.
This iron gate has stood as a no-entry sign for 93 years, locking away the long stairs. Around 600 years ago, this area between Nottingham Lace Market and Narrow Marsh was famously known around Europe for its massive disparity between rich and poor. These stairs were the only thing left behind.
The long stairs are a piece of medieval history dating back to the 1400s, once serving as a literal bridge between the wealthy Lace Market and the notorious slums of Narrow Marsh. Thanks to the community here in the Lace Market, it's finally back open to the public again.
Janine Tanner, who is the co-founder of the Knots History Group, has spent the last decade raising around £20,000 to refurbish the long stairs.
I took on the stairs in 2018, so it's been 8 years of work and 6 years of fundraising to raise the money to get the stairs restored. Once we'd got a builder in place, the restoration went very smoothly.
The long stairs were originally so narrow and steep that they became a notorious hotspot for Victorian muggers, who would choke their victims and vanish into the cliffside caves below. Despite its dark heritage, the residents of Lace Market are still excited about its opening.
I think it's really important that you preserve heritage. I mean, we're really lucky in Nottingham with all the sites that we do have, and even some of the heritage around Robin Hood. So we need to preserve these and let future generations see them as well.
It's quite exciting, really. Yeah, I never really knew it existed, and I wander around the streets doing photography.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was there. It's really cool.
After almost a century behind locked gates, the long stairs are officially part of the city again. A small piece of Nottingham's past finally back in the public hands. Sid O'Connell, CBJ News.
People are gathering in the Old Market Square today to celebrate St. George's Day. Nottingham is home to the largest St. George's flag in the country, measuring 60 feet long and 26 feet tall. The flag will stay up in front of the council house into the summer months. And now sport. Nottingham Forest hosts Sunderland tomorrow evening, looking to cement their safety in the Premier League. Meanwhile, it was confirmed that Leicester City will face relegation to League One after last night's draw with Hull City. This marks the second relegation in 2 years. And now for the weather. In the evening, we will see temperatures around 8 degrees with clear skies. Tomorrow, we will see highs of 19 degrees in the afternoon. The sunny spell will continue into the weekend with forecasts into the 20s on Saturday and Sunday. That's all the news for your evening bulletin. Keep up to date with us on social media everywhere at CBJ News, and for breaking news, you can find that on our website at cbjnewsreports.co.uk. Goodbye for now.